Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So last week I put together a video showing you guys the top 3 best ways to make money in GTA 5 online, and going off the feedback, a bunch of you guys really seemed to enjoy that video, as there was at least one method all of you guys could grind out and make a ton of money in no time. However, truth be told, some of the methods in that video have changed or they've been updated, so I thought I'd go ahead and put together somewhat of an updated version to that video, seeing as so many of you guys did enjoy it. So as always, if you guys do enjoy the video and you would like to see me cover more money guides in the future, all I ask is you take 2 seconds to drop a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so coming in for the very first money making method, and that is by beating this week's brand new time trial, which is offering you guys double money and double RP. So you'll earn a very nice $200,000 in literally 2 minutes. Okay, so this week's brand new time trial is called Galileo Park, and it does have a part time of 2 minutes 5 seconds. However, you guys won't even need 2 minutes once you guys see how quick I pass this time trial. Now, the trick to passing this week's time trial is to go over to the time trial, go ahead, start the time trial. Once you guys start the time trial, then you can see the finish line. Once you guys see the finish line, you want to mark that up on your GPS, and simply go ahead, hold down Y or triangle, just so you guys can restart the time trial. Now you guys have got a simple waypoint to follow when you guys start the time trial every single time. However, that isn't the biggest part that you guys do want to take note of. What you guys actually want to do to give you guys a massive advantage in beating this week's time trial is to simply face the opposite direction of where you're meant to be facing. You simply want to take this route right here by the fence, drop down this hill, and be able to drop straight onto this road, practically knocking off 30 seconds what would typically take us to drive all the way around here. So as you guys can see, from this point, all you guys have to do is simply follow the waypoint all the way to the finish line, making sure you don't crash. There is quite a few sharp turns, so I wouldn't take any risks and just do as I do on screen and purely slow down. Because we took that shortcut right at the start of the time trial, you guys can afford to actually slow down fully, like you guys can see me going in between cars, because this isn't the biggest road, as you guys can see on screen. It is going through the mountain, so you might have a few blind corners where you're not too sure if you're going to crash into a car. So I'll just say don't take any risk to save yourself getting frustrated and having to restart the time trial. There really isn't a worse feeling than like falling off your bike when you're way ahead of the time trial than having to redo it over and over again. It does seem like whenever you start a time trial, the traffic just initiates stupid mode and it just acts dumb. Cars just try and crash into you and try and take you off your bike. However, as you guys have seen on screen, you will eventually come off this road onto a much bigger road where you guys are able to pick up the pace big time. Now, like I've told you guys before, I much prefer doing these time trials on motorbikes because it does have the potential to pick up speed and you can dodge in between traffic. If you guys aren't aware, when you guys pull back your motorbike or push it forward, it will increase the speed. So as soon as you guys are on a bigger road, just do exactly as I do on screen. Whenever you guys get the opportunity to pull a wheelie, just do it instantly. And as you guys just saw there, I messed up again and came to a full stop, but because we took that shortcut right at the start of the time trial, it gives you guys the opportunity to mess up twice, 3 times in a time trial and still complete it way ahead of the part time. Now, the 2 motorbikes that I would suggest doing this on are the Shitoro or the Hakuchu Drag. I'm using the Batty 801 because it's a cheap motorbike and all of you guys can afford it, but any fast motorbike should be able to get the job done. Coming in for the second best money making method, and that is by grinding out the Bandito Races, which are offering you guys double money and double RP. Now, the great thing about these races are they can be done solo or with friends, and depending on what you guys do prefer will depend on your final payout. So what I thought I'd go ahead and do is quickly break down all of the different payouts that you guys will be earning from these Bandito races, just so you guys have a better idea of how much money you guys can earn depending on how long you play the races for. Plus, I will include all of the different factors that can increase your payout, including the number of players you have in your race and the time spent in the race. Okay, so firstly I'm going to cover the payouts if you guys do prefer to do these new Bandito races solo. Then I'll cover how much you guys can earn if you do prefer to do it with a friend or with extra players. So the very first thing you guys want to make sure that you don't do is to finish these races under 4 minutes. If you guys finish these races under 4 minutes, you'll only be receiving $5,800. However, if you guys were to spend an extra 2 seconds in the race, so it goes over the 4-minute mark, our payout will literally double all the way up to $10,000. So that is the most important tip that you guys want to make sure you do, is never to finish these races under 4 minutes. And if you guys have actually been playing these races, then you will know that Rockstar Games have pretty much made each of these laps around 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes. So if you guys are only doing 1 lap per race, then it's more than likely you guys are going to be earning the worst payout you can possibly earn. So you do want to make sure that you guys are paying attention to the clock in the bottom right, and I think we can all agree being able to double your money from just spending a few extra seconds in a race is insane. Now that isn't the max that you guys can earn from doing these Bandito races solo. If you guys were to make sure the clock runs over the 6-minute mark, then you will be earning $13,500. And if you guys were to spend an extra 2 minutes in the race, so it goes over the 8-minute mark, and that is going to increase to just under $17,000 at $16,800, and that is for doing this solo without any friends. And that is 100% the new cap for all races in GTA 5 Online. It used to be the 15-minute mark, however Rockstar Games have now removed that and have capped it at the 8-minute mark. So you guys, if you go ahead and spend 15-20 minutes in a race, you will be earning the exact same payout if you was to spend just 8 minutes in the race. So you do want to make sure that you guys do keep note of that and don't waste extra time doing extra laps that ain't going to earn you guys extra money. The only determining factors are the players and the time spent in the mission. So now you guys know that 8 minutes is the time cap. You guys saw that you earned about $17,000 for spending 8 minutes in the mission. However, if you guys can remember, by spending only 4 minutes in the race, we managed to get a very nice $10,000. So if I was to do this race 5 times in 4 minutes, I would get $50,000, which would only take me about 20 minutes because I'm only spending 4 minutes on each lap. Whereas if I was to wait the full 8 minutes every time, I'd be earning around 41k, so I'm making $10,000 less every couple races if I was to do the more longer method. So you guys, like I said, can work out what suits you guys best, whether you just want to keep on repeating every 4 minutes to earn the higher payouts, or like I said, sit AFK. Maybe if you guys just want to watch some of my YouTube videos or go for your dinner, you'll be able to play this game based around you. Now, as I did mention, there is another multiplier or another factor that Rockstar do take into account when calculating your payout, and that is basically the amount of players that are in your race at any given time. Now, I am aware that we all play GTA 5 different, we all have different amount of friends we can get online, and we all even have a different skill ability when it comes to racing. Some of you guys might be 10 out of 10 beast, but you don't have that many friends. Some of you guys might play with a shit ton of players, but you're not that good at racing. But I do know one thing, is that we all have at least one other friend, cousin, or brother that we can all play GTA 5 with. I guarantee all of you guys at least know one other person that you've played computer with over the years that is usually your go-to person when it comes to either grinding money or just having a bit of jokes online. So taking that into account, as I mentioned earlier, you guys will be earning 10k by doing this solo for just 4 minutes, but by getting one other person in your race, you guys will be earning an extra $4,000 every single time for literally just doing nothing, exactly just over 4 minutes. But by having one other person in your race, you're able to earn an extra 4k every single race. And your friend might be thinking, oh well, he's only going to get 2k, there's no point of him doing it. No, he will still be earning a very nice $9,800, so practically the same as if you was doing it solo, just slightly less because you guys earn 10k, he's going to be earning 9.5. But for only 4 minutes of racing, I think we can all agree that is extremely high. So I can see why a lot of people might want to do, you win one race and then you let your friend win one race and then you win one race, because by doing it that way you'll actually be earning, like I said, more than by doing it by yourself solo, because you're also going to be getting that player bonus. And because the loser still gets 9k, which is only a couple $100 less for coming first solo, you guys really have nothing to lose out by getting an extra friend in here. And the time bonus will also include if you guys are doing it with a friend, so you will be able to earn up to $18,000 for going just over 6 minutes, and your friend will also earn a very nice 12.5. And of course, if you guys go to the max cap time of 8 minutes spent in the race, one of you guys will be earning a very nice 22.5k, while the other one is still going to be getting a very nice $15,500. So let's say you won one, then your friend won one. We're talking a guaranteed just under 30k for completing just 2 races, which in all honesty will not even feel like half the time because they're so goddamn fun and unique. I've got to say, me personally, as you guys probably know, I'm not the biggest racing fan in GTA 5 Online, but I can still appreciate this goddamn DLC with a pure fun and unique factor to it. So now you guys are fully clued up on how to maximize the payouts depending on the time spent in the game or the number of players. It is worth mentioning, of course, you guys can take another route and chance your luck by going into a bigger lobby with much more players. Of course, naturally, it's not really a method by doing it this way, hence the reason why I broke the method down earlier. But this way, obviously, is going to offer you guys bigger rewards with bigger risks. So now you guys understand how to maximize the payout. These payouts should make much more sense to you guys. So as you guys can see here, with just 6 players, the winner was able to earn a very nice $28,000 for spending just over 6 minutes in the game. Here you can see 6 players for going under 4 minutes was only $10,000. However, with 16 players, so a full lobby, you guys will only be earning up to 26k if the race finishes under 4 minutes. And like I did say, every single player will count towards that winner's final pay. So as you guys can see here, 16 players, if one player was to back out during the loader menu or before it starts, the winner's bonus is going to decrease yet again down to 24k. So as you guys can see here, 15 players under 4 minutes is the usual lap time you guys will see when doing these races. The winner only got 24k. So when you guys see these payouts, take into mind what I showed you guys earlier. I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to use your brain to stack some serious money, best suited to how you guys play the game. Hopefully you guys do appreciate me covering this method in full detail, so all of you guys will be able to grind it, whether you're rank 1 or 100. And if you guys are going to do it with friends or more players and not the solo method, do be sure to leave a comment down below with your gamer tag or your PSN. Put together a nice little group of you guys to grind this method out. However, moving on to the third and final best money making method, and that is by grinding out the triple money and triple RP that Rockstar Games are currently offering on the sumo adversary mode. They're also offering it on the sumo remix adversary mode, which is slightly different. I'm pretty sure all of you guys know what this game mode is all about by now, so I'm not going to waste any of your time explaining. You guys can see on screen, you just basically have 4 teams. You have to drive to a designated circle before the countdown or else you'll self-explode. Very easy to understand. Now the reason it's called sumo is because if you guys knock your opponents off the map, as you guys can see right there on screen, then you can basically eliminate them from the round, therefore winning the game. So it is a very fun game mode. I'm not even going to say bother farming this out with a friend. I'd say just to jump in bigger lobbies with bigger people so you guys can just grind it and have tons of fun while making tons of money at the same time. You will find the odd few players in this game mode going AFK, basically not doing anything, tying an elastic band around the control pad, just waiting there to get RP, as all of you guys will get a ton of RP as well from playing this game mode. Now of course it is an adversary mode, so if you guys aren't aware of how the payouts exactly work, the rounds aren't too big of a difference for sumo because the rounds are very short. So most of the adversary modes will increase in pay the longer time you spend in the game. So of course, in order to earn the max pay, you guys will have to push it into overtime, but it definitely might feel like much more of a graft to you guys doing it that way. Like I said, I personally prefer just to grind it and get random payouts for the rounds, because what you guys do want to take note of is, and what a lot of people don't know, that you guys can earn a cash bonus by basically just winning the rounds back to back. And here on this graph you guys can see what the exact bonus payout will be depending on how many rounds you guys win one after the other. So like I said, if you was to do this with a friend, which I wouldn't suggest because it might get a bit boring, you could just let them win 4 rounds in a row, then let yourself win 4 rounds in a row, or you could just chance your luck and jump into a free roam lobby and just have fun playing GTA 5 online and stacking a ton of money, because that's what the game's about at the end of the day. However, that is going to do it for me guys, the top 3 best ways to be making money in GTA 5 online as of right now. If you guys are still watching to this point, then you most likely have enjoyed the video, so all I ask is you take 2 seconds to drop a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe with notifications turned on, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace!